I came home from a 3-month job in Alaska to find strangers living in my damn house. I ain't joking, the curtains were different. Some weird kid's bicycle was lying on my front lawn, and a silver Honda Odyssey I'd never seen before was parked in my driveway, like it on the place. Then this woman, blonde bob, high-waisted mom jeans, attitude turned up to 11 marches out like I'm the intruder, arms crossed, squinting at me like I tracked mud on her marble floor. She points a finger and yells, "You need to leave before I call the police." I laughed out loud, not because it was funny, but because I thought I was dreaming. I hadn't slept in over 30 hours. I smelled like fish guts and jet fuel. I had my duffel slung over one shoulder, my keys still in my hand. I said, "Lady, this is my house. Who the hell are you?" She doesn't even blink. "This property belongs to my family. We signed a lease. You're trespassing." And I swear to God, she pulled out her phone and started dialing 911, right in front of me, like I was some lunatic who wandered off the freeway and claimed a random house. Now listen, I'm not a violent guy. I grew up in Wisconsin, served a few years, been working on fishing crews out in Dutch Harbor. I've dealt with bears, Russians, and drunk deckhands. But nothing prepared me for the psychological warfare of suburban white women with too much time and access to Facebook legal tips. So yeah, the cops came. 2 cruisers. The whole neighborhood peeking through their blinds like it was a damn soap opera. I explained it plain and simple, this is my house. I've owned it for 6 years. Paid off my mortgage last spring. I even showed them my ID and my key. But guess what Karen shows them? A lease. Some crumpled printed PDF signed by some joker named Jonathan Miller, claiming to be the owner. $3,000 a month, she said cash. She waved receipts around like confetti. Now here's the twist, my house had been empty for 3 months. I told my buddy Kyle to swing by once a week, water the plants, flush the toilets, make it look lived in. I guess he forgot, or maybe didn't bother. I didn't blame him too much, he's got 2 toddlers and a busted knee. But in the meantime, some scammer broke in, changed the locks, and rented my house out to Karen and her clan. Total squatters. But in that moment, the cops were staring at me like I might be the scammer. I could feel it, the little sideways glances, the way they kept one hand near their belts. I showed them my deed, it was in my email, and they still said I need to file a civil claim. Meanwhile, Karen stood on my porch, sipping LaCroix, smirking like she just aced a spelling bee. So I left. I had to, or I'd be the one in cuffs. I crashed on my cousin's couch that night, furious, shaking, wondering what the hell just happened. My own house. My own damn house. But I'm not the type to roll over and cry about it. Next morning, I called my lawyer Pam. 60 years old, Jewish grandma type, voice like a buzzsaw. She lit a fire under every judge and cop she could find. Turns out there was a police report about a break-in from 2 months earlier. Someone called it in, but no one followed up. Pam filed for an emergency injunction that day. We showed up at the courthouse in jeans and boots, while Karen strutted in like she was heading to a PDA meeting. She brought her husband, some doughy guy with a Bluetooth in his ear, who kept whispering to her like he was her defense attorney. They tried to argue they were tenants in good faith. But Pam wasn't having it. She brought out the county records, the tax filings, photos of me in front of the house dated 5 years back. Hell, she even printed out my Instagram post from when I rebuilt the deck in 21. The judge, thank God, had some common sense. He gave them 48 hours to vacate or face forcible removal. Now here's where it gets better. Instead of quietly packing up and leaving, Karen doubled down. Called a local news crew, claimed she was being racially targeted. She's white. I'm white, make it make sense. Said the system was protecting wealthy absentee landlords and ignoring families in need. She even brought her kids out for the cameras, had one of them cry on cue. Full-blown reality show vibes. But guess what? Internet's not always on your side. Some Reddit folks and neighborhood groups dug into it. Turned out this wasn't her first rodeo. She'd pulled the same stunt 2 towns over. Back in 2020, squatted in a foreclosure, claimed fake leases, milked a few months rent-free, and disappeared. That news hit Facebook like a lightning bolt. People turned. Comments went from poor mom to lock her up overnight. Next day, sheriff's deputies showed up with papers. I was standing across the street, arms folded, sipping coffee. Karen tried to block the doorway. She screamed something about sovereign citizenship and adverse possession. Her husband tried to argue that the lease still applied because intent matters. Deputies didn't care. They hauled them out, gave them 20 minutes to pack a few things. She left dragging a trash bag full of clothes, still yelling into her phone. Her kid flipped me off. I just smiled and waved. When they opened the house, it was trashed. Graffiti in the bathroom. Holes in the drywall. My kitchen table gone. TV smashed. She let her teenage sons run wild in there like it was a rental beach house. Insurance wouldn't cover squat because it was technically a civil occupancy. I ate those repairs out of pocket, 10 grand easy. But you know what? Worth it. The moment I stepped back into my house, and shut the door behind me felt like breathing again. I didn't even care about the mess. I just stood there, alone in the kitchen, and laughed. Long, loud, bitter. A couple weeks later, I saw her on the community Facebook page. Someone posted a blurry photo of her at a Dollar General, still mouthing off about corrupt judges and false documents. Last I heard, she tried to file a restraining order against me. Didn't even get past the clerk. So yeah, that's the story of how I came home to find a suburban parasite nesting in my living room and pretending the eggs were hers. Still makes my blood boil. But here's the kicker, makes you think, right? About who really owns what. About how fast laws can turn against you if you don't look the part. I had the deed, the keys, my name on the mailbox. But in her world, that didn't matter. All that mattered was the story she told louder, faster, first. So tell me, when it comes to your home, your freedom, your rights, do they really mean anything if someone else just claims them louder?